Hi there, welcome to Boardroom to Bounce House. My name is Tana, and if you're returning, thank you so much for stopping back in. If you're new, welcome. I focus on pregnancy, postpartum, and life as a busy working mom here on the channel. And in today's video, I'm just giving a little bit of a life update and answering a few questions. I have not posted a video in a couple of weeks, and not to get into like the whole story of why, but I just wanted to kind of give a life update and talk about the main reason why I haven't been posting that much here on my YouTube channel, and that is that I got a new job. So, very exciting news. I did get a new job, and I didn't leave my company, but I did move into a new company and I got a new job. So basically what happened is my company was acquired in January, which I have been with the company for about 4.5 years, almost 5 years, and we kind of always knew that that might happen. It was something we were working towards. When I joined the organization, we really were more of a startup. We had less than 100 people. I think we were close to 75. I was doing a lot of recruiting, and we were just growing. And it's been a wild ride, and it's been really great. But as it stands today, we are now part of a much larger organization that acquired us. And going from being in an organization of about 150 people to now it's going to be over 1,000 people. And what's really interesting about this acquisition is that it wasn't another company that acquired us. It was a private equity firm, and this private equity firm decided to put 4 companies together that had similar values and are serving similar customers. And so we're coming together to form this brand new organization. So I do have a new role within human resources. We call it the people team. That's just more of the current way of talking about human resources. If you're in HR too, drop me a comment down below. I would love to hear kind of like what your title is and what your company refers to the HR department as, but we call it the people and places team. And it's obviously a much bigger team since I'm going to a much bigger organization. And so my role is changing a lot. I used to really be more of a generalist. I had a, senior manager title, and I did a lot of everything. So a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of that, like kind of had to be a jack of all trades or a Jill of all trades, and do everything from recruiting to performance management, employee relations. I managed benefits, so a little bit of everything, to a company where we're really gonna be specialized, which is exciting. And we're kind of building out a new team that I'm leading. So because of that, I am just working a lot more than I was before. Having been in my previous job for a couple of years, I had gotten it to a place where I really had, I would say, a really good life balance. I was able to pretty much accomplish my work every day in like an 8 to 9 hour period. Sometimes I would get back online after work, but for the most part, like when I would clock out at 5:30, I wouldn't need to get back online until the next morning around like 8:30. Occasionally talking to people here and there, like over Slack or text or things like that, but I wasn't like logging on to do hours and hours of work each night. Whereas now, since we are building things and kind of like really starting from the ground up, needing to stand up this team, I am doing a lot more like building, I would say, taking 4 ways of doing things and trying to make the best way of doing it. So because of that, I'm really tired by the time I'm done working every day, and I'm staring at the computer most of the day. And so the last thing that I kind of want to do around 9 o'clock at night is jump back on my computer and start editing YouTube videos. I have a bunch of videos that I have filmed over the last, like, I would say 2 months that I just haven't gotten around to editing. And I'm really sorry for that, but I just don't have the energy. And I just have needed to really recharge on the weekends. So instead of spending a lot of my Saturdays editing, I've just been enjoying my family and kind of trying to get my house in order too. That's another question I've been getting a lot over on Instagrams, like what's going on with the house? What have you renovated? Why haven't we seen your office yet? My office is finished. That is one of the videos that I just haven't had a chance to edit. So I am gonna try to edit that today and hopefully get it up for you all in the next couple of weeks. But so far, it is my favorite room in the house. We did a lot of work in here. It looks completely different than it did when we moved in. And just last weekend, we actually renovated our half bath on the main floor. So that was exciting. It only ended up taking us 4 days. So I was excited that it was like a shorter project and we felt like we could check it off the list. And I think next we are gonna focus on either the foyer or our master bedroom, because our master bedroom is just feeling very blah. Like it's still brown. I don't know. It has like no style. It's just like stuff. And honestly, I still have boxes that we haven't unpacked. We did it was nice a couple weeks ago here in New York, and we did a lot of garage clean out. So our garage is looking a lot better, and we unpacked some of those boxes. So we've just been trying to get our life in order. And So hopefully some more videos to come here in the next couple of weeks. I will try to go back to like a once a week cadence on Mondays, but if I miss a week, that's why. I'm a human. I work full time. YouTube is not my job. It is my hobby. It is my passion. It is a little fun project, but I am not a full-time YouTuber and it is not how I pay my bills. So if something has to go to the side, unfortunately, sometimes it is YouTube, and I don't mean that because I don't love all my subscribers or love YouTube. It's just the reality of like how it is when you are a full-time working person and also trying to do YouTube. So, and if that's you, I'm sure you can relate. Drop me a comment down below. I'd love to hear how you try to balance it all and try to manage things. Honestly, even if you don't work full-time, like if you stay at home with your kids, if you're homeschooling your kids, like that's a full-time job too. So it's just a lot. I think people don't realize like how much really goes into making YouTube videos. Even the folks that, you know, make these YouTube videos as their full-time job, they still have to deal with, you know, contracts and sponsorships and reading the contracts, negotiating, reaching out to brands, pitching themselves. Like there is a lot that goes into being able to do YouTube on a full-time basis. So even for those folks that do it on a full-time basis, sometimes I feel like people do not understand like all the stuff that goes into, you know, each week's video or growing a channel to a point where you're actually making a decent amount of money from an AdSense check. People keep asking if I have any travel coming up because I was traveling a little bit in March, in like, you know, February, March. I went to Florida to see my parents. We went down for my kids had like winter break. They were off school for a week. So we went down to Florida and that was really fun. And then I did go out to California to meet my niece who was born in November and I hadn't met her yet. So I got to go out and meet my niece. Isn't she cute? And had a great time doing that. And we are going to be traveling to see Michael's family for Easter. And then that's pretty much it for a while. We do a lot of like really small road trips in the summertime to our family house on the water. But other than that, I am not planning any like major trips. I think I would love to plan like a Disney cruise, maybe for like 2023 or even 2024, just to have like something to look forward to, something like in the normal world. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you've been well. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Don't forget to hit that red subscribe button if you haven't already. And I hope you have an amazing week. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to watch this video here or this video here for more content on being a working mom and balancing it all.